Oh hey, I didn't see you there. I stream on twitch.tv/cat_life. All the highlights you see on this channel are gonna be from the stream. If you wanna just sit back and relax and watch a chill stream of some dude playing Katarina, come. What's up guys, Katlife here. Today I'm going to show you a video of me beating Lucian in lane. And I'm going to slow it down and give you an explanation of everything that happened so you guys have a better understanding and you guys can follow easier. To give you a little bit of context, Lucian was plat 4. He has flash, exhaust, and PTA. I had Conquer with TP ignite. I mainly took Conquer because I feel like the moment Lucian does misstep or fuck up, I'm able to push my advantage and try to look for the kill by going for a more extended fight. And I also took TP too because Lucian is a lane bully. So if he does end up playing it well, then I probably need to opt for teleport plays because mainly I'll be looking to make plays on the map rather than in the lane. Alright, so here we start the laning phase. I'm gonna slow it down for you just so I can sort of break it down a little bit easier and so you guys can kind of see a little bit easier what I'm talking about. So here, Lucian's level 1. He's looking to walk up, pressure, auto attack. I throw a Q at him, hoping that he would auto me. I'm okay with him autoing me early, especially within my minion wave, just because mage minions do a lot of damage and it can actually help you win trades level 1. But here I walk up for that CS, he ends up queuing, hitting me with the autos, but you can see the mage minions starting to hit him, which is fine. I'm just gonna sit back. Level 1 Lucian's a lot stronger than me, so I'm just gonna sit back and chill, relax. Nothing crazy, just look for my level 2s. Now one thing is Lucian ends up pushing in the wave, like hard shoving the wave, which is fine for me. I get to farm more safely on my side of the lane, but he does get priority. But I'm just gonna sit back and just wait for my level 2. Now in this matchup, it's really important to dodge Qs. His Q has really good range, so he can catch you like behind the minions. So you just gotta keep moving and be unpredictable. You also gotta watch out for his level 2. Notice how I like backed up pretty far. It's because like he can get like a really good trade, really good poke by just Eing in Q and then using his passive autos. Here dodges Q, which is good, and now the wave is pushed under my tower and I'm just gonna try to last hit these safely. So I am level 2. He's looking to try to auto me. I jump in on this dagger and just quickly get out. Grab 2 of the CS. That's a win for me. He ends up queuing the wave again, which is fine. It relieves a lot of pressure on me, but it just shows that he's just trying to shove the wave, which is fine. He hits level 3, so again, I'm just waiting for my level 3. He does get his levels quicker because he's shoving. I do the Q here. And now I'm just trying to catch Lucian farming and walking up. Here I see him walk up for the cannon, but I don't go for it just because I don't have my Q up yet. Now he walks up for that minion on the left. So I set up a Q. And I use it to go for a quick punish. But I end up taking a pretty bad trade. But it's okay. He ends up getting a pretty big poke on me. But I got the cannon, so it's worth. But I have 3 pots on my longsword, so that's fine. It's kind of why I like starting longsword, is because of all the pots you get. So I'm at like half health now. I'm just waiting for my pots to just pop and fully restore me. He also has corrupting, so he actually has a lot of sustain right now. Now I'm just here in the back, just farming with Qs at this point and just trying to dodge Qs, but at the same time seeing if I can catch him farming. I don't go for that one. I'm just still waiting for my pots to regen me. He misses the Q here. And I have my Q coming up. So I throw a Q. I go in for this trade, and it's a pretty good trade. And I W away so he doesn't get to trade back with me. And that's because he misses Q, so he can't trade back with me as easily. So you want to punish those. And now my wave's pushing towards him. Still seeing him walk up for CS. So I'm gonna try to last hit minions with my autos and try to trade with my Qs. Here I dodge the Q, so I immediately set up the Q, going for the E auto, go for another auto, and we kind of trade, but I actually end up winning the trade, which is fine. But he still did a lot of damage to me, and he's down to his last corrupting pot while I already popped my last one. But we're in a good spot right now. Now the wave's pushed into Lucian. Slowly pushing him, but the wave is still within the middle of the lane, so I can still use it to pressure. Now we're just going to try to see and watch him CS walk up and see if he missteps. Now I'm just kind of taking it slow still. He uses his Q here. Walks up for that minion. Now, one important thing that everyone does is try to walk up for the cannon, because cannon just gives a lot of gold. So you want to make sure that you keep that in check. Here I set up the Q and his cannon's low. So I actually get a pretty good trade-off here. And he's actually really low now with no corrupting pot. And I have a huge health advantage. So now we establish complete control in the lane right now. And again here, I am just slowly pushing him in. Fiddlesticks comes to gank. And I was like leaning towards my jungler side with the scuttle as well. So I'll save from the gank. Here I set up a Q. Lucian gets hit by the Q. Now he's basically in kill range. So here's how I play this. I know Lucian's scared and he does not want to die and walk up. And I see him going for the recall. So I like kind of push forward to try to stop it. And it actually worked. But here he goes for the Q, last hits the minion. I set up the Q and I get out. So that's actually a free kill for me, and a lot of it happened just because like I was able to see how he was gonna move while he's trying to farm and sort of predict where he's gonna place himself and use my Qs to take advantage of it. Now Lucian's dead, right? So what I do is I just shove out this wave and I see my Graves at topside jungle getting jumped on by the Fiddle and the Warwick. So this actually opens me up for free to roam to help him without Lucian. So it's an even 2v2. They flash him for the Graves. Now I'm ready to kill them both. This is a free roam for me because I was able to push Lucian out of lane, kill him, and go for the Q ulti, E to the dagger, Q, E auto, or just E. And now we're huge, right? Because we played the lane well, we are able to use that time, that downtime while he's dead, to pressure the map. So that was just me being rewarded heavily for playing the lane well. And now I come back with a Vamp Scepter and a pickaxe, which is a pretty big buy. And now we come back to lane. Lucian actually has a longsword and no magic mantle, so he's going to be a little bit harder to kill. So he shoves in the wave, and I'm just going to farm under tower safely. And he decides not to walk up here. He used a lot of his mana already, so we're chilling. Now, because he has no magic mantle, he's actually going to be a lot harder to kill. I'm mainly going to try to take advantage of my auto attacks to try to do damage. And ulti actually loses a lot of value just because it's magic damage, and no magic is actually going to cut a percentage off of that damage. But he was going to recall, he cancels the recall. And you knew he was trying to back, so I'm just going to take this time to just shove in the wave safely. You can tell he's playing really back, so this is a free shove for me. I just shove in the wave real quick, get priority, and see if I could do anything on the map. So we clear the wave real quick. And now I'm looking to move. I see bot lane getting engaged on. So I walk my way over, but you know, maybe I could have looked for the TP here, but the bot lane was like super healthy. And I think they just got like one shot. So I don't think it was worth for me to TP there, especially with the Rel CC, the Draven E, and the Fiddle. So I just walk back in the lane. And here you see me and Graves in position. And Lucian's actually looking to follow the roam. So we jump on him to try to look for the kill here. Unfortunately though, he walks into the bush. And I lose vision, so my Q doesn't go off, which sucks. The Q would have landed perfectly to where I would have been able to jump over the wall and actually get a pretty good trade. Or maybe even the kill, but I don't think so, just because he has the magic mantle and I would have just ultied. But it would have been big poke anyway, but I know his E is down here. So I'm looking to pressure, and he walks up for the CS here, and I go for the EW, Q, ulti. And actually scare him off. He uses the flash. He doesn't have the E to immediately get out. And so that's a big win. He misses the cannon here. He's forced to back. He has no flash. And now we're in a really good spot. So here I'm just going to shove in the wave to crash the wave into the tower so that he loses some minions. And right now, I don't really need a back. So I can stay on the map and just keep up the pressure. There's really not much to do right now. I can't really back for anything too valuable. Maybe Sword Shoes. But other than that, I could just probably hold myself up with the Vamp Scepter and the pickaxe. So here I stay for one tower plating. And I see Lucian come back, so I just back off. We got one plating. And now Lucian's stuck under tower for a little bit just to farm these minions. And so here I go for a bit of a cheesier play, and I try to walk up to try to help. To try to just get a quick roam off, even though I'm going to lose some minions in the lane. Because I see Warwick getting aggressive on the Camille. But the bush was pinked and there's also a scuttle, so I just clear the pink and go back in a lane. Now I look at Lucian's items and he actually has a Hex Shrinker, and seeing that my Ignite is up, his exhaust is up too. So we are just gonna have to play this a little bit more smart and safe, but I'm pretty sure I can still kill him and I still have the damage as long as I have my ulti up. So at this point I'm just stalling for my ult. And just farm until then, till I see a good opportunity. Now I last hit these minions slowly. Now the wave's in a pretty good spot. The wave is actually towards my tower, and I want to keep the lane here as much as possible. So I'm going to slow push and just continue to last hit and basically force Lucian to walk up for CS so that I can keep up the pressure on him and try to find an opening. So right now you see my minions getting low, and Lucian actually walks up for that 1 CS. So I go in, QE, and I quickly W out, and he wasn't able to Q me, which is good. And now Lucian's gonna walk up for this other minion, and so I have my dagger already set, and so I go in for the all-in. He uses his exhaust, and he's ulting, right? My Q comes back up, so I E over his ult, and then we get the kill. So 2 things to note there is that he has Hex Drinker and he has exhaust. So he's going to be mitigating a lot of my damage, and so I needed to play that well. And I needed to make sure that I optimize my damage there. And so I go in and ult, and I try to get as many ult ticks as possible to try to deal the damage, and I held it until my Q came up. And so as he was ulting me, I E'd over his ult just to mitigate damage from my end, and then I used the Q auto to finish him off. Now he's like a full level behind, and yet he was still able to get me down to like 1 health. So it was actually a very scary all-in, but it ended up paying off super hard. I was able to play that well enough to where I actually picked up the kill. And now I'm able to pick up the Bork, and I should be able to take full control of the lane because Bork is a very strong item, and I could use it to kill the Lucian because all he has is Hex Drinker, which is an MR item, and Bork deals physical damage, and a lot of my damage is gonna come from the autos. So the lane is now completely in my favor, and then I can use this to basically carry the game. But instead, Draven ended up carrying the game, so I hope that helped. I hope this gave you a little bit of information for different concepts in the laning phase to help you win your lane. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.